Good Sunday afternoon, everybody. Hope all is well over in the great state of Mississippi. We currently have a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings, and the most significant one, and the reason that I'm here is because we have a significant severe weather and damaging wind threat coming into the city of Jackson, Mississippi right now. We've actually got a little bit of some wind damage reported. Trees down on Thompson Road, amateur radio from Hinds County, Mississippi. So this is a significant severe thunderstorm warning for 2-inch diameter mile-per-hour winds, folks. So this is, if you are anywhere from Clinton all the way over to Brandon, I want you guys to go ahead and be in your safe place right now. Treat this like a tornado warning because there is the potential of a possible tornado in this with the winds that are coming through downtown Jackson right now, and it's about to come over towards the area of Sherwood Forest, Flowood, and Pearl, and then we will get over here towards the area of the Jackson Evers International Airport. And once again, we've had multiple reports of very large hail of 1.7 inches in diameter in Clinton, Mississippi. Golf ball sized hail. This storm has had a history of producing wind damage and hail all the way down the 20 corridor, and now it is sitting really close to the I-55 corridor and in Jackson, Mississippi right now. So this is a very, very dangerous situation. We are getting so this is the actual warning itself, okay? Severe thunderstorm warning, damage threat considerable, winds in excess of 70 miles per hour observed, and hail worth 2 inches in diameter observed for Hinds, Madison, and Rankin counties over in Mississippi until 5:45. So once again, we have a 70-mile-per-hour wind possibility with this storm, and we've also got 2-inch diameter hail that is moving through the Jackson, Mississippi metro area, and this also includes the area all the way to just west of Morton, Mississippi. So if you were in Pelahatchie, if you were in Brandon, you guys are up next. Jackson is getting hit hard right now. Also Pearl and Richland. And I'm going to show you that this is the line of extreme wind that is blowing this way towards Brandon right now. There are also large hail that is falling up here in this corridor where the 220 matches I-55. So this is going to be the large hail portion of the storm up here towards the Ross Barnett Reservoir, and then your strong damaging winds are going to be down here towards the Jackson, Mississippi metro area. Let me put this into motion for you, and as you can see, it is blowing on through Jackson right now. It has come on through the areas of Flowood, or it's on top of you guys right now. It has come on through the areas where 20 intersects 55. And so if you were in Westchester Hills, your severe weather threat, it has passed your area. All right, we are getting reports now of thunderstorm wind damage from Bolton in Hinds County, roof blown off of the Bolton fire station. So we've got confirmed damage now coming in from Hinds County. And where's the, hold on. We got a tornado warning somewhere. Let me see where that is. Okay, we got a tornado warning down here in Louisiana, and we're going to have to watch that one coming up here towards the Natchez, Mississippi area as well. I do want to also mention, I'm not leaving you guys out, but the Weather Service in Jackson has also posted a severe thunderstorm warning for the Kemper County and, let's see, Kemper and Lauderdale counties for hail up to golf ball sized and 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. And this does include the Meridian Station area, Kemper Springs, and Shucktown, Mississippi, over here in far eastern Mississippi. So we're going to have to watch that storm that's north of Meridian as it crosses the 45 corridor in between Meridian and Scuba, Mississippi. This is going to stay a little bit south of DeKalb, Mississippi, over here in East Mississippi. So let's go back now to the radar. And we've also got another severe thunderstorm warning back off to the west. That includes Hinds and Copa counties as well. And that one is not as significant for winds only at 60 miles per hour, but look at the hail size. Golf ball sized hail is possible with that storm that is moving through the areas of Learned and Terry right now. So we've got this line of severe storms that are moving through Jackson, Mississippi. It has crossed downtown Jackson. And so now next up is going to be right over the International Airport. Okay, in Bolton, Hinds County, emergency managers. The EMA reports roof damage at the Gaddis McLaurin Supply Store. So we've got multiple reports of Bolton, Mississippi, of roof damage and roof being blown off of a fire station there and the Gaddis McLaurin Supply Store. So we're having multiple reports of damage coming in with the storm that is sitting right over Pearl and the Jackson, Mississippi International Airport. And you can see the airport icon right there, JAN. There, of course, that I got in there closer, Jackson Evers International Airport, the Summerwood area, Grove Park, and then, of course, you get out here to where the National Weather Service office is out here in Brandon, Mississippi. And so, once again, that is the storm of concern right now. What's for Brookhaven, Eudora? So once again, we've got multiple reports of damage coming in from Bolton and, of course, the Hinds County area. These winds are pushing over the International Airport coming in to Brandon, Mississippi right now. You guys are up next to watch and see what this is about. Alright, so we're getting new reports of another severe thunderstorm warning back off to the south. And so let me back out. So we're getting another severe thunderstorm warning from New Orleans. Southeast. Huh. Right there. Alright, so the new severe thunderstorm warning is going to be for Woodville and Fort Adams, Mississippi, with a tornado possible and damaging hail up to 2 inches in diameter. So let's go back up here to the Jackson, Mississippi radar and take a look at what's going on in Jackson right now. It is crossing over the Jackson International Airport right now. Boston. I'm not sure about Boston, but we're dealing with severe weather down here in the south, and that's the reason that I'm on. For damaging winds in excess of 70 miles per hour and 2-inch diameter hail. The good news is we've not heard any damage reports outside of Jackson, other than that one report. On Thompson Road, of trees down on Thompson Road. So that's really good news. Now, let's look at the radar and see what else is brewing out there. And as you can see, we've got multiple areas of severe storms. We've got this batch that's coming through Brandon, Mississippi right now, Jackson, and then, of course, you've got this one down here that stretches back to Port Gibson. Okay, National Weather Service in Jackson has issued a severe thunderstorm warning now for Adams County in Mississippi. So for 60 mile per hour winds and 1-inch diameter hail. Now the storm that's over here in East Mississippi is really producing a lot of large hail that is north of Meridian and south of DeKalb, Mississippi. So this one's putting down large hail. And then, of course, in downtown, we got a report of Fannin, Mississippi, in Rankin County, golf ball-sized hail in the Glen Cove subdivision via social media. So we're getting a lot of reports of very large hail that is coming through near the Ross Barnett Reservoir. So that is the area of concern right now. And let me show you the hail product. And there, of course, is your very large hail core that is coming out of Jackson, going up the 25 corridor, really close to New Fannin and Sand Hill, Mississippi. All of this is going to be very large hail that is falling up here in this one. And then, of course, you've got another storm that is producing very large hail down here south of Pelahatchie and southwest of Morton, moving towards the city of Morton, Mississippi right now. And so we've got multiple, and then, of course, right here, you've got another one that is producing a lot of large hail right here, northwest of Terry, that is moving towards the Jackson, Mississippi metro area. So here we go again. If you were in Jackson, for the potential of very, very large hail that is coming towards the Jackson, Mississippi metro area. So if you're in Jackson, I want you to stay in your safe place right now. As this is very, very large hail that is moving towards the city of Jackson, Mississippi right now. Let me also... The high wind is coming over the Brandon, Mississippi radar site right now. And you can see this void right here over Brandon is the radar site from the National Weather Service in Jackson, Mississippi. And it will turn red on the other side of this as it comes out the other side of the radar site as it's sitting right over the radar site as we speak. So there's a lot of no data right there, right over the radar site, and the red that you see around this is the wind on the other side that is blowing around the radar site right now as this line of intense wind comes through the Jackson, Mississippi metro area and now getting towards the area of Brandon, Mississippi. So let's see. I'm going to check and see if we have any cameras that are up right now that we could... All right. All right, so I'm going to switch. All right, so what I'm going to do is your screen is going to go dark here for just a second. And this is a live look at Brandon, Mississippi as this very, very large wind system comes through there right now. As you can see, rain is being blown in sheets right now through downtown Brandon as this very, very heavy wind comes through that area. So we're getting a report of flooding there in Hinds County. And apparently, for some reason, we have lost that camera. Ooh, a lot of lightning in these storms, folks. And let me see if I can get another view. Alright, so there's the very nasty wind that is moving through the area of Brandon, Mississippi right now. This is I-20 East at US 80 right now. And as you can see, the rain is being blown in sheets. And you look at the trees bending over right there where my cursor is. This is from the Mississippi Department of Transportation cameras. And so it has passed that location. So next up is going to be the area of Palatahatchee. Alright, so we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning that is coming. So let me take you back over to the radar. Alright, so the new severe thunderstorm warning is going to be for Madison, Rankin, Scott, and Smith counties for 70 mile per hour winds and 1.75 inches in diameter. We're getting a report of at the Jackson Airport tennis ball sized hail was reported on social media at the Jackson, Mississippi Airport, and so that is extremely large hail that is falling out of these storms. So tennis ball sized hail has been reported. We're also getting a severe thunderstorm warning for Clark, Kemper, and Lauderdale counties in East Mississippi. So there's your new severe thunderstorm warning right here. That includes Morton and Forest, Mississippi, as it's come on through Brandon. And then, of course, we've got this other storm that is south of Jackson that is also producing large hail as well. And so large hail is probably falling back here in between Raymond and Jackson right now. Let me go to Bill. Alright, let me look. I'm trying to see if there are any cameras where we can see the very large hail that is about to come into the Jackson, Mississippi metro area because it's coming in from the southwest. It is coming over the I-55 corridor near the Brook Lee community, also near Mayfair and Taylorsville. So I'm trying to see if I can pick up a camera that would show us the large hail. We're getting reports of trees down on the intersection of Kickapoo and Pine Haven Road in Clinton, Mississippi. So we've got very large hail that is coming into the city of Jackson, Mississippi right now. All right, and so your very large hail is going to be sitting here over the Spring Ridge area, moving towards the area of Jackson and Pearl. And then, of course, we've got this other threat of severe high winds that are about to push through Morton and Forest, Mississippi as well. So these storms are producing a double whammy, and there, of course, is your report of tennis ball sized hail at the Jackson Airport. Tennis ball sized hail reported on social media. So that is very, very large hail that fell right there about 2 miles north of the Jackson Airport just a few minutes ago. And so there, of course, is the warning I was telling you about over in East Mississippi for damaging winds in excess of 60 and 1 inch to 1.50 inch diameter hail that is in between Meridian and Scuba, Mississippi as well. Okay, we're getting a new severe thunderstorm warning for Claiborne, Copa, and Hinds County. So, we're getting a new severe thunderstorm warning that includes Claiborne, Copa, and Hinds. All right, so let's see. We're getting multiple reports of damage coming out of this from Clinton, Mississippi now, of trees reported down on a structure. We are also getting reports in Hinds County of trees down on the intersection of Kickapoo and Pine Haven Road. Okay, got an updated report from Bolton over in Hinds County, Mississippi. EMA reports roof damage at the Merchants and Planners Bank Supply. So that's in Bolton, and that was at 5:18. So these storms are doing a lot of damage right now. And so if you guys are next up in Morton or Forest, you need to be in your safe place right now and treat this like a tornado warning. Because these winds are packing quite a punch. Alright, so they have upped the hail threat for Kemper and Lauderdale, which is this one over here in East Mississippi, to 2 inches in diameter. So this one north of the Meridian, Mississippi area is producing quite a lot of large hail now, up to 2 inches in diameter. So there's your new one for 2-inch diameter hail that is north of Meridian, Mississippi. Jackson may be better. So your hail core is right over Meridian Station in Kemper Springs right now. All right, going back west. All right, going back west to Clinton, Mississippi. We are getting reports of power lines down on railroad tracks at Parker Drive and Clinton Boulevard in Clinton, Mississippi. So it looks like Clinton, Mississippi has taken this a really hard blow from this storm. And so if you are watching in Morton or Forest, you need to be in your safe place right now because we are getting multiple reports of damage that is coming in here from this batch of wind that is pushing through Pellatahatchee right now. Uh-oh. All right, so we've got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings in and around the areas of central Mississippi, east Mississippi, and now western Alabama. So we've got a line of wind that is pushed through Pellatahatchee. It is coming over towards the area of Forest and Morton, Mississippi right now. And let me see. The only camera that we have right now in that area is going to be for Forest in that area. So when it gets over to Forest, Mississippi, we can take a look at what's going on. So there, of course, is your line of wind that is just pushed through Pellatahatchee, Morton, and Crossroads. You guys are up next. And then it will push over towards the Bentonville National Forest and Forest, Mississippi, along the 20 corridor. All right, so we got another. Alright, so they're updating the severe thunderstorm warning for Hinds, Rankin, Scott, and Smith counties. Alright, so there's your updated one. Thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Forkville to near Dry Grove, moving east at 35. Ping pong ball sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And this does include the areas of Richland, Forest, Morton, Jackson, Mississippi, Ludlow, and Pisgah, Mississippi as well. So this is going to be in the heart of central Mississippi right now. So yeah, there's that big batch of storms that are coming through the Jackson, Mississippi metro area. And now it has come on through Brandon. And next up is going to be Morton and Forest, Mississippi. You've got very large hail falling in this as well. You have multiple hail cores with all of these storms that are coming through. You've got one on the north side of Morton, Mississippi, coming down the 13 corridor. Then, of course, you've got another one that is over the heart of Jackson, Mississippi, near Richland. And then, of course, you've got another hail core that is down here northwest of Crystal Springs, Mississippi. And then, of course, over here, you've got a severe thunderstorm and a large hail core worth 2-inch diameter hail that is sitting over Meridian Station and Kemper Springs, about to push into West Alabama. And then you've got another... let's see. Alright, so we're getting multiple reports now of baseball-sized hail that is 2.75 inches in diameter in Fannin up here in Rankin County. So we had baseball-sized hail, 2.75 inches in diameter, that is pushing through Fannin, Mississippi. So we've got a lot of things ongoing right now in central and eastern Mississippi as well. And we cannot ignore this line of wind that is about to push through Morton, coming down the 80 corridor, moving from Morton over to Forest, Mississippi. And when it gets closer, we will look at the weather conditions as this moves through the Forest, Mississippi area. Alright, for those of you, that are over in West Alabama, we have a storm that is coming out of Meridian Station, Mississippi. This is north of downtown Meridian, that is producing hail on the order of 2 inches in diameter. And the Weather Service in Birmingham has posted a severe thunderstorm warning for basically Sumter and Greene counties, and this does include Livingston, this includes Utah, and this does also include the areas of Knoxville, and it goes all the way up to the Tuscaloosa County line. And so this storm is moving up the 2059 corridor. So the large hail core, let me show you the large hail core for the people that are in East Mississippi right now and about to push into West Alabama. Right there, there is your extremely large hail core that is sitting over the Meridian Station, and I will put this into motion for you, and you can see that it is taking a track up the 2059 corridor and is moving more towards the Livingston area as well. But I still want you guys to be mindful of this hail core and this thunderstorm as far north as Knoxville and as far north as Utah, Alabama. So that, of course, is the concern for West Alabama. And then, of course, we've got multiple other ones down here. One just east of Quitman, Mississippi, that has hail core of 2 inches in diameter as well on it. So that's what's coming up the interstate for you guys right there in West Alabama. Okay, so that's what's going on in West Alabama and East Mississippi. Now let's go back to Central Mississippi for a second, because we've got a lot of wind damage that is coming through Morton, and it is coming through the Forest, Mississippi area here momentarily. And I think at this point, I'm going to see... Alright, so this is going to be the camera that is at the intersection of 35 and Highway 20. 35 and Interstate 20. And this camera is going to be looking off towards the west. Let me go to... take this full screen. So we are going to watch this line of wind push through this area, and we are looking back off towards the west. We are obviously getting some data issues with that camera, unfortunately. Alright, so I have switched to another view of the camera looking north. And so we will still be able to see the conditions there in Mississippi right now. And I do note that there is a little bit of rotation with that storm in Sumter, about to push into Sumter County. For those of you that are watching in West Alabama. Alright, so the line of very intense wind that is 70 mile per hour winds is almost to this intersection. So once again, we are awaiting the line of storms to come through Forest, Mississippi. And right now, the line of wind is about 3 miles west of this camera. So it should be there in a matter of minutes. And then we will see what this line of wind is capable of doing. And let me also... let's see. Yeah, so... lightning is getting very intense there at Forest, Mississippi. Alright, so it is almost on top of this right now. And so we will all witness together what's going to happen right here in Forest, Mississippi in a matter of moments. As the wind is about to cross the area of Highway 80 and Highway 35. And so this is Highway 35 at Highway 20. So it is on top of this area right now. And so we are... Uh-oh. Oh. So we are patiently awaiting the weather conditions that are moving through Forest, Mississippi right now. And so the area is really close. Okay. I think it's close. You can see the darkening skies to the north of this area. As you look more up towards the hill there, or straight in the background. Copious amounts of lightning in this storm as well. That area right up there where the cursor is going to be extremely heavy rain and a lot of wind, and this whole thing is sliding in like this. Alright. So your most intense portion is going to be up in this area right up there, which is right where 35 intersects 80. The wind is starting to pick up at that location. You can see the trees there are blowing. So if anything's going to happen at this location, it will be in a matter of moments. Because we are about to get engulfed in rain here at 35, Mississippi 35 and I-20. The camera is starting to shake, as you can see. Okay, there comes your rain. So we are looking north in this particular area towards Forest, Mississippi to see the weather conditions from this potential severe thunderstorm. You can see that the rain is now engulfing that area. And the good news is I'm not seeing anything that would indicate violent wind right now. And the good news is that storm has really fallen apart as it has left Jackson. The Weather Service is now even saying the hail in this storm has dropped to 1 inch, which is quarter. And it once was 2.5. So So yeah, it's not doing much in Forest, Mississippi right now. And that's a good thing. Alright, so let's go back to the radar. Alright, so that's what's left of your severe thunderstorm warning. that just moved through Forest, Mississippi. And this line of wind stretches from Hazelhurst all the way up to Forest, Mississippi.